Authorities have issued a flood emergency warning for the town of Clermont in central Queensland, as much of the state remains under flood alert following the passing of Tropical Cyclone Koji. The Isaac Regional Council stated that the town is experiencing flooding and residents in low-lying areas should monitor conditions and be prepared to move to higher ground. Swift Current rescuers evacuated 2 people from a home on Old Showgrounds Road after receiving a call for help around 1:00 p.m. The mayor of the Isaac Regional Council, Kelly Villa, said properties in low-lying areas were affected. "It's not at a disaster level at the moment, but we're being very cautious," she said. "This amount of rainfall is a lot for Clermont. Our crossings usually move quite quickly, so this is a bit different for us." This comes after several people were rescued from floodwaters on Sunday night, and a severe weather warning for flash floods was in effect from Mackay to Gladstone and the hinterland on Monday, with rainfall forecast for up to 120 millimeters. The tropical low-pressure system crossed the coast between Ayr and Bowen on Sunday after weakening from a Category 1 cyclone. Major flood warnings remain in place for the Georgina River, Connors Isaac River, and Flinders River. Flood warnings have also been issued for rivers between Ayr and Wide Bay and adjacent inland catchments. The former cyclone moved inland west of Proserpine before tracking northwest across the Central Highlands and northern coalfields overnight. Parts of Mackay's hinterland have received more than 300 millimeters of rainfall since Sunday morning, as heavy rains drenched coastal and inland areas. Queensland Premier David Crisafulli said the risk of further flooding was a major concern. "We continue to closely monitor the potential for heavy rainfall over the next 24 to 48 hours, he said. Mr. Crisafulli expressed his great gratitude to rescue teams who rescued several people trapped in the floodwaters overnight.
And then absolutely powering through this lagoon.
A Rapids rescue team assisted a woman, 2 children, and 2 dogs in Gracemere, near Rockhampton, around 11:30 p.m. when their vehicle sank. "It's times like this that we see people helping each other. It really gives a great sense of satisfaction about the goodness in human nature," said Mr. Crisafulli. BLM forecaster Miriam Bradbury said the latest rain followed several days of extremely wet weather, increasing the risk of life-threatening flash flooding. The rain fell on already saturated river basins and exacerbated the river flooding situation that had already begun, she said. About 3,000 homes experienced power outages, mostly in the Mackay and Whitsundays regions, and the Bruce Highway has been reopened. George Canfield, an Airlie Beach resident and sailing enthusiast, has experienced 2 cyclones. Ului, and Debbie, but said Koji was particularly devastating. Mr. Canfield said it was heartbreaking to see other local boats being battered by the weather. It's very sad. We've lost a lot, but we're also fortunate to have saved a lot, he said. A boat being battered by waves. According to the BOM's 7-day forecast map, Koji is expected to weaken further and move west and then northwest through the Gulf country and towards the Northern Territory. The storm will then potentially shift north of Ului by the end of next week, where it could redevelop into a tropical cyclone if it moves away from the coast. Koji will weaken after crossing the southeast coast of Townsville this morning, then move west over land in the coming days. After that, the storm will move northwest, south of the Gulf of Carpentaria towards the Northern Territory, and potentially towards northern Western Australia by the end of next week. A strong wind warning is in effect for the Torres Strait and Mackay Coast. In Townsville, the port has been open since 8:00 a.m. local time yesterday, January 11. Vessels are returning to their berths and will be arranged in order to dock, taking into account tidal constraints, wind limits, etc. Priority may be given to vessels carrying essential commodities, if necessary. Habit Point remains on red alert, and the anchorage and pilotage area is closed. The terminal will inspect the coal stockpile/rail situation and determine the sequence of shipments. Pilotage and berthing will resume once conditions are safe. Morillion Harbor was declared clear at 7:00 a.m. local time yesterday. Lucinda Harbor has been open since 8:00 a.m. local time yesterday. At the Dalrymple Bay and Hay Point Coal Terminal, berthing is tentatively scheduled for today.